Welcome to Tone Talks. Welcome to Tone Talks. Welcome to Tone Talks.
This is Antonio Moore coming to you from Tone Talks. Looking forward to having a discussion today about the crypto markets, about people like Boyce Watkins, among others, like Jay-Z with his Bitcoin Academy, Stephen Curry being the ambassador for FTX and what the responsibility is now that this thing is collapsed. Black folks, other folks, a lot of folks had their money in this behind people telling them that this was the right thing. We gonna hold them people accountable. Can we hold them accountable today? Can we have a discussion today? Okay. This is Boyce Watkins crypto class advice in song. How many people go back to 2017 and remember top crypto influencer by Black Enterprise? Boyce Watkins. Currently, Watkins hosts several cryptocurrency courses in the Black Business School and is the founder of the largest crypto communities on the internet, 2017. So y'all put y'all money in this, behind this man telling you that this was a sound investment. Myself, Yvette Carnell, among a few others, told you this is unregulated and this is unsafe. And if you do it, it's at your own risk. Don't be selling this to other people. I understand that you like to gamble. Everybody likes to play dice once in a while. But you got to the point where this financial advisor was telling us this was actually a sound investment and making his money on a real course from your real dollars. Can we talk? Woo-wee! This is Dr. Boyce Watkins. We gonna talk today. I'm gonna take some callers at a certain point. Boyce better not call up in here. He bet not call in here. Ooh. All right, so he did a video today. He chasing his own tail. He trying to cover up. He's saying he gonna buy some more. This is one man. This ain't one man. This is the whole industry unregulated. You sold an unregulated, non-asset thing to Black folks looking for a cure to their lineage. Boyce Watkins. Then you went on a reparations rally, talk like you know something about reparations. Can we talk about your reparations in classes? Can we talk? So we told you it was nonsense, and we had to hear a lot of people talking about, well, Boyce said it makes sense because he got a PhD in finance or whatever. We gonna believe him. You can't make this up. Boyce Watkins told y'all invest in crypto. So $500. How to crypto classes. I want everybody to understand. This says $4.99. This is the Dr. Boyce Watkins crypto investing masterclass. Now it's a disaster, but it's a disaster because of one man, not because crypto don't make no sense. Anyone that believes it wasn't regulated would know it was an awful investment, because now he's saying we need regulated crypto. Remember, don't forget, he pushed the Jay Morrison TREF thing, the $500. A lot of y'all, how many people in the chat can't find their $500? So how many things he get wrong before we say, I don't want to see you in my house, on my phone, on my iPad. I don't want to see you at my church. I don't want to see you no more. Can we talk? The crypto market is making people rich right now. Thank you so much, Dwight. Shout out to you. Support the channel. Press share. Press the bell, notifications. We're about to get into this discussion. Calling is 310-388-3499. 310-388-3499. The crypto market is making people rich right now. If you're in there, good for you. All right. You in there. But now it's a disaster. And he's trying to tell us it's a disaster because of one man, not because it's unregulated, non-asset holding, basically young, oddball looking folk out here selling y'all nonsense. He told you put your money there though. Yvette and I said this years ago. What did we say? Nouriel Roubini, who has predicted so many things, said 99.9% of crypto should be banned or regulated out of existence. So Boyce, at the end of this 2-minute video he posted within the last few days, as I understand it, says, come on, can I talk? Can I talk? Nothing but tulip mania. Y'all remember that? Go look it up on the internet. 99.9% of crypto should be banned or regulated out of existence, as it is the biggest criminal scam in financial history. Boyce said he's still buying it. Boyce said he's still buying it. And he said it's one man. He done messed it up. Try to sell them classes. Yvette and I said this years ago. We heard nothing but you'll see talk. Bitcoin will be 100K. Replies were all over. It's crickets now. Where's the lesson plans from Boyce's crypto courses? We said were nonsense. Many ADOS should be sitting down and reevaluating. Can we talk? In 2017, Breaking Brown and myself, Tone Talks, told you more than once, Bitcoin was, hold on, everybody. Did y'all hear that? It's some breaking news happening. Hold on. I hear it out there.
Boyce Watkins, and right now you may have noticed, but the whole crypto industry is kind of in shambles. It's because there was a big controversy that just happened with a guy named Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam was seen as the white knight of the crypto industry.
He's often in flip-flops.
Who was worth about $16 billion. Just a month or two ago, his company was valued at $32 billion. His company is called FTX. I believe they ran Super Bowl ads.
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
Wait, got it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But anyway, Sam, turns out, wasn't doing as well as everybody thought he was. His situation was good, but very risky. There was a lot of leverage that he took on. Also, he was investing heavily with client funds, which is an absolute no-no. There was a lack of transparency, and now the company's gone. So with Sam Bankman-Fried, I don't think he's necessarily a bad guy, but he may be in big trouble.
He's not a bad guy.
He was sued hundreds, maybe thousands of times. He may actually end up going to jail. And also, he's created a tremendous amount of instability in the crypto space that isn't going away anytime soon. What am I doing? I'm still buying crypto.
He's still
I believe in the long-term viability.
How many times he gonna
and I
tell
happen
us
to believe also that when the regulation comes in, it's actually going to be better for the industry.
Now, boys, start off the class. Oh man, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Somebody said they remember when Yvette was warning us. It was me, Yvette, several others warning you that this didn't make no sense. In 2017, Breaking Brown and myself, Tone Talks, told you more than once, Bitcoin was wild Powerball gambling for ADOS Black Americans. People told us it was an investment. In response, those people are real quiet now. Let me play a different clip for you. Hoo-wee. Can we talk? Can we bring it in? This is a short 2-minute clip. Please don't.
I just feel like in America, what you can do in America is trace that with real American like wired money. In America, what you can do is call the FBI. With Bitcoins, and let's deal with.
No, go further than that. If it's fraud, the bank will refund your stuff.
Yes.
You got fraud protection. They'll refund it and catch the people. Like, we're gonna put this money back in your account, Ms. Carnell, and we're gonna go find out who did what.
2017.
My uncle Leroy on the couch that's been studying this for the last 4 months, he told me different.
Leroy.
Yeah. Leroy Johnson. You might look him up. He's a cleaner and a painter. And he told me different. He said Bitcoin is the next wave. We need to get in now. Ain't that something that?
But since we didn't get in low, what's happening for the most part is that people are going with Bitcoin and all these other coins. But how do you even know? Like, I understand that people think this is Johnny come lately. Yvette just started listening and talking about Bitcoin. No, I remember Silk Road. I remember all of that. And I remember it was like we were talking about black market currency. That's what it was kind of intended for. So I'm not going to tell you it's not going away. What I'm trying to tell people is that people don't understand what all affects an investment. You're talking about if you want Bitcoin to become a legitimate currency, what you're talking about is being a currency investor. And what we're seeing is that nobody knows how this is going to go. So some people were saying they're going to trade it on the futures and the derivatives people going to eat them up. Okay, then they came back. Now they're going to trade it on NASDAQ or something. So it's kind of being normalized. But then Janet Yellen comes out, and we would expect her to say this because she's the Fed Reserve Chair, but she's also the outgoing chair, right? So she's like, it's not a legitimate currency. It's not a legitimate currency, and it's speculative. You got to know what that kind of signals in terms of the position of American regulators right now and what that might mean for your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency.
Yvette. You dealing with people that use scratch-offs. This ain't a far step from that. You won't regulate no scratch-off. You don't figure out how many times I'm winning.
Oh, we don't gonna figure out how many times we winning and we losing on those scratch offs. We talking today. We looking back and we looking forward. We asking who are we listening to and making clear how we got here. Can we talk about it? 310-388-3499. The queue is filling up because we're gonna come over to that. Whoo. That ain't my uncle. That's just an example. But it's an example of people who have taken advantage of you and sold you on a dream to make their own prosperity. I had a young man get in the thread of that same tweet I just posted, and he got honest, and I respect his honesty. Hopefully he calls in today so we can speak to him. I said, Yvette, and I said this years ago. I just read that tweet. Under that, he said, guilty. My $10,000 investment is now worth $3,000. I should have listened to you. Nah, you may not have nothing left, bro. They may lock all that up. I said this 3 days ago. I would get my money out this morning. The $1 trillion digital asset market faces a crisis akin to the 2008 financial crisis, according to Binance chief Changpeng Zhao, who warned more companies might fall in the coming weeks. Jake came back. This is Jake out of California. It took me like 5 years to save that 10,000. This is depressing. Even though I lost 70%, I thought it might rebound and I get my money back. I guess that's not going to happen. See, that's the role of a Boyce Watkins. If he's going to sell you finance, is to protect this man. But if you need to make 500 on his 10,000, if you need to sell him on a dream of assets so he can make 50% on his 10,000, you basically are now just pushing Powerball. I guess that's not going to happen. I feel so dumb. You warned us. Hold on. You warned us. I even challenged your knowledge in your chat and got blocked. How many of y'all got blocked? Raise your hand. And I had to open the chat back up to let you speak again. Now I regret it. Also, I said, you aren't supposed to, this is the lesson. I said, also, you aren't supposed to put 10,000 anywhere but near risk-free savings if it takes 5 whole years of saving leftovers from your labor to save it. That means you don't have $10,000 to wildly put into no Bitcoin. This wasn't much different than putting that 10,000 on a scratch off. And this is an older black woman scratching off something. The problem is finance gurus have been selling you on this nonsense. Let's take the first caller tonight. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Tom, I'm calling from Philly, man. So Bitcoin is not even something to invest in. Bitcoin was a means to purchase illegal goods through the internet without being traced.
Come on.
That's all it's for. It's not for anything else. Bitcoin is not even relevant for anything else. Once it expands out of being utilized for illegal transactions, it's worth nothing. And a regulated cryptocurrency with a debit card.
Look. Let me say this. Let me ask you something. Let me focus you a little bit. What do you think? Because I love when you call in because you get honest. What do you think about Boyce being a finance guru and selling this to black folks who have little to nothing, who have $10,000 over 5 years, and selling this so he can make class money? Go ahead.
So it's the lack of true economic empowerment pathway into our lineage. We live in a caste of, like you said, we live in an inverted caste system where we have no opportunities, but it's presented as if we have all the opportunity. Therefore, when people are not honest about that lack of economic empowerment pathway and their desperation to not confront that reality, they fall into these grips.
Man, look.
What is the point of having?
So we got Boyce out here. He says a crypto disaster, but it's one man, and he gonna wait for the regulated crypto. Okay, you don't even understand what you're dealing with. It's unregulated, Boyce. That's the whole hustle of it all. So he gonna wait for and he buying it now though, and he trying to tell you to buy it because he's cleaning up these classes that he sold. How many of y'all gonna ask for refunds on your classes? I mean, he can't fix your crypto because you invested. But how many of y'all gonna say I want my money back on these classes? Hey man, any last thing you want to say? I want to get to the queue because I got a full queue coming.
How do I get you to unblock me on Twitter, man? You'll be blocked on Twitter because I said something about common abuse.
Hey, sometimes I be having look, man. I be having to keep the chat clean because they be coming after me. I apologize. We'll talk about that. Just hit me up on what's the name? Who is that? Who is that? Oh, okay. I love the babies. All right, man. Thank you so much for calling, man. I apologize if I end up blocking you, then I have to unblock you. It's a fight out here because I'll be out here. People be mad because I got my Bitcoins. I'm gonna hold on. I ain't gonna listen to no tone negative. Let me take another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, hello, Tom. Yeah, I'm the one that responded to the post. That's me.
Oh, this is you. Hey, this is Jake. This is Jake D.
Yeah.
What up, Jake? I'm glad you were honest. I'm glad you were honest because in that honesty, I think a lot of people who lost money as well got to get a little bit more understanding. And I just want to ask you first, Jake. So this is you. We went through your thing. I'm not here to berate you or to laugh or to do anything. What I am going to ask you, did you get your $3,000 out, Jake, or you gonna ride this out?
Well, I got most of it out today. The Bitcoin I purchased through Cash App, so I was able to convert that in like 5 minutes. Now, the Ethereum that I have is on MetaMask, the MetaMask wallet, so I have to transfer it back to Coinbase and then liquidate it that way.
Get your money out.
Because Coinbase had some issues a few months ago about solvency, I had to go ahead and transfer like my Ethereum out of Coinbase to a wallet just to protect it, and now I have to transfer it back to liquidate it.
Well, I'm glad. Look, I'm glad you got your money out. Let me ask you this: what made you invest in this?
Well, I'm a 70s baby, early 70s. Today is actually my birthday, 48.
Happy birthday.
And I missed a lot of stuff in the past. Like I missed the .com boom. I didn't get to take advantage of any of that growth, industry growth. I missed when the property was cheap in LA. I just missed out on a lot of stuff on Amazon when it was cheap. So this time I was like, you know what? I'm tired of missing out, and I'm gonna go ahead and invest and take a risk. And people were talking about generational wealth, and I also thought that I was investing in technology. So I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a big deal, and this is going to be a big thing coming in the future, and I want to be a part of it. Because in the past, I was never a part of it. I just worked and worked and worked and worked, and these opportunities have come and gone. So this time I thought, okay, I got the money. I'm gonna jump in.
What would you have done? Let me ask you something.
Let me kind of like say, well, Bitcoin is rising, and I did get blocked. And I've been a long time listening for 5 years since 2017. You and me, that I'm impressed by you immensely, both of you, and I do feel bad. I feel stupid at the end of the day, but it is what it is. But I wanted to be a part of something, you know what I mean? And I wasn't a part of it.
And that's the con. That's the con. To get you be part of something, and then you be buying classes. And so, like, what I'm gonna ask you is, what would you have done had somebody like Boyce been saying that this is a bad investment? Would you have still invested, or would you have listened more and then just said no? How did that play into your whole decision making, if at all?
Well, if people were more cautious and told us to be more cautious, I probably would have invested a little bit, but not as much as I did. I probably would have invested a couple $1,000 on that thing. I wouldn't have nowhere near gone this hard.
Well, man, look here. I said, this is me. We're going to make a little bit of a laugh because you got your money out. This is me looking at your tweet when you said you're going to write it out. Then reading this tweet saying people at zero, crypto crash. So I'm glad you got your money out, man. I don't want to hold you. Thank you so much for calling. And I hope that you have learned your lessons from this. Man, that was a good call. We having this show today. Please, 310-388-3499. Oh, my God. You got Boyce Watkins telling people to buy the crypto. Then when the crypto crashed, he didn't tell nobody to buy the crypto. He said that wait till the regulations happen. Talk about it. We having this discussion, and there's a lot of people out here seem a bit confused about what's going on. What's going on is a crash. So this is the man we was giving the money to. Him and a few others that look just like him. Let me ask you something. If this man asked you today for $10, would you give it to him in person? So why would you give him $10,000 over the internet? It don't make no sense. This is crazy. The entire $16 billion fortune of FTX co-founder Sam Bankman-Fried has now been wiped out. One of history's greatest ever destructions of wealth. Let's zoom in to see what it looked like. So he had billions, and then he had some more billions, and then his billions dipped, and then he had more billions, and then he went to zero. Bankman-Fried's assets plummet from 16 billion to zero in days. But he did say, I'm really sorry again that we ended up here. I hope the gentleman that lost his 7,000 and other people, I saw a tweet where somebody lost, they had 100,000 and went down to 20 and they can't get their 20 out. You thought you had your reparations. Hopefully things can find a way to recover. Hopefully, this is why he's stealing and moving the money around. He's stealing and moving the money around. So everybody understand on a basic level what we're seeing. On the most basic level, you got where you hold before you buy the coins, and then you buy the coins. The place you hold is just supposed to sit. He was taking that and just buying more coins. Your money that was just sitting. He said he is really sorry he took your small amount of Adolf's net worth you saved over years. How about it? Breaking. According to an FTX press release, FTX group companies are filing for bankruptcy. FTX announced today that West Ramshire Services Inc., DBA, FTX, Alameda Research Limited. So the money was going over to Alameda. You didn't approve that in your account, and then they using it to gamble. Hold on. And approximately 130 additional, they set up all these companies, have commenced voluntary proceedings under Chapter 11. Your money gone. If your money was at FTX, it's gone. No safety in crypto. Again, this is Norio Rubini. Imagine your debit card suddenly stopped working because the executives at your bank were making high-risk trades with your money while you were trying to pay for groceries. That's roughly analogous to what SBF is accused of pulling off. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, this is Natasha. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Hey, so did you chime in? Give us your opinion on Boyce Watkins and Bitcoins and anything else you want to speak to.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give my opinion just kind of like on finance and investing in general.
Fine, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so one of the things that people don't really understand about crypto, and I think you mentioned it about being unregulated, and the previous caller talked about not wanting to miss things. What people need to do is a little bit more of financial market history, because there's always a bust. And then the money is made when you invest in whoever survives the bust. So the person mentioned .com. .com was a major bust. A lot of people lost a lot of money in the .com, right? Mm-hmm. Amazon survived the .com bust. That's when you buy. You buy after the bust. Does that make sense? With crypto, you have to realize that the United States government is not going to let all of these things exist and challenge the dollar forever. They're going to wait until there's a big enough bust and enough people crawl and ask for regulation. Then they will regulate, and at which point they've already frankly picked the winners. Yeah. But you won't know the winners.
Well, at that point, look, let's separate things out. These people that are investing are not those people you're talking about. What you're almost talking about, like the weed market. You got the unregulated weed market where people are selling on the streets, and then you got this new thing that they created over the last 5 years where they selling it regulated, but if they chose who's gonna get to sell it or not. What everybody got involved in with the unregulated market. They got involved with the risk that comes from that, the risk and reward that comes from that. So now we talking about two different things. I understand what you're saying, but where we're at now is these people were literally investing in unregulation and lack of regulation and the risk that comes with that. And so now I'm talking about these people, the young man that just talked, So we had this whole fervor that was created, but there were no assets. There was no transparency on liabilities. There was no plan for growing any product because there was no product. And now what's happening is that the people that we love and hold dear the most are actually reaping the cost of this thing. Let me ask you one other question. What do you think about Boyce Watkins selling these classes for $500?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Boyce Watkins should have given the same advice I gave everybody that I talked to, which is wait until the bust happens and then buy the record.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There's no point in throwing a bunch of money.
I have to disagree, caller. I'm gonna have to let you go on that one because I disagree. I don't think that black people understand black people. Let me say what I mean. My man said it took him 10,000. It took him 5 years to save the $10,000. And in America, come on, where rent is $2,000. I don't think that the young lady that called knows enough about black folk and the wealth condition of black families. Black families have a middle family of worth $2,000 all in. You're talking about buying a bus. They are busts. They don't have the wealth to be investors because they were created as the bottom, as the reverse cast of America. So many people just seem to watch the show, but not accept that. And that's where Bitcoin wins. That's where the classes come in. That's where the Jay Morrison comes in, because you don't accept the reality of that truth. So then we can move to our politics that changes why that truth exists. It ain't no buying no bus. It's about understanding this is all a bus. It's about understanding the tragedy of giving this man your money. Can we get to it? All this grifting and grafting gonna get you enough. You believe what you want, that you can ride the wave. I'm gonna be the one to ride the wave. Okay. Well, new FTX crypto exchange implosion took down Democrats' second biggest donor. So only George Soros had gave more to the Democrats. He gave $47 million of other people's money, looking like, to the Democrats. Only George Soros topped Sam Bankman-Fried's donation. That man ran off with the money. I think we don't understand. We don't understand our position. We don't understand America. We don't understand where we go from here. We thinking that we gonna be the ones to win when there's blood in the street, not when you the pavement. And they made you the pavement through making you ADOS and not ever correcting that. Our black race as a whole refuse to believe and accept we don't have generational wealth. Whew. Somebody says she can invest her money for me. Can we talk? Crypto exchange platforms have huge maturity mismatches, lack of transparency. So you're talking about buying a bus. When you gonna know? How you gonna know if it's a bus or whether it's just like fraud? Talk about it. What they're talking about now is fraud. So you're gonna buy into the fraud? I don't think you understand what's going on. This is not about a bus. This is not cyclical. This is saying that this whole thing was a Ponzi scheme, a fraud. There's no bus. There's no coming back. Go pour your money in. Go pour your money in now. There's somebody waiting to take it from you. We not dealing with anything sane here. We dealing with a need for empowerment porn. You know, I went through that last week. I believe that black folks are hooked to empowerment in an addictive way. That's why I call it empowerment porn, because it makes you feel like you have the answer. Like you don't have to do no politics. Oh, I'm going to talk about politics, but I'm not going to do nothing. 310-388-3499 to call in. Can we get to it? Crypto exchange platforms have huge maturity mismatches, lack of transparency, and toxic commingling of investor funds. That is the recipe for the mother of all bank runs. All will collapse. Crypto exchanges race to soothe clients' nerves after FTX collapse. So they all racing in. Try to tell you it's all right. It ain't just FTX though. It is now too late to withdraw from crypto.com. That's a whole different exchange from FTX. There's still time to withdraw from Binance. There's still time to withdraw from Bitfinex. They're still trying to get rid of your tethers. Do it. That's what I told the man. Get your 3,000 out. I hope I helped him realize where he was led astray by Boyce. There was a caller earlier that talked to the initial reasoning for creating crypto, and we see that with how North Koreans were using this to move assets around. Nouriel Roubini again. Not surprised, as Bitcoin has a higher inequality score than North Korea. How North Korea became a mastermind, and this is a Financial Times, how North Korea became a mastermind of crypto cybercrime. Cryptocurrency theft has become one of the regime's main sources of revenue and underlies the lack of regulation of digital assets. So when we say lack of regulation, I want to be clear for you, those of y'all that went to church this Sunday. So on Sunday, you at church. But on Monday, you in the prostitute business, the drug business, the nuclear weapons business, the human trafficking business through this crypto. Talk about it. How many of y'all realize that? I want to be clear about what we're looking at. How North Korea became a mastermind of the crypto cybercrime. I want to be clear because it's not just one man, as Boyce tried to frame it earlier to try to make it clear he didn't mess up. He didn't horribly get all of this wrong, as he's gotten stuff wrong from Jay Morrison to, what was it, Maven, to so many other things he's just gotten wrong over and over again. But he got it wrong. He don't even understand. This is the head of Binance. What he says, Binance chief, this is the largest, I believe, trading agency. A few other projects are going to be in similar situations. I think it will take a couple of weeks for most of them to come out. Binance chief Zhao warns of cascading crypto crisis. Before I go on, I want to come back to the video where Boyce is saying he buying some more. Boyce Watkins said he buying some more.
Boyce Watkins, and right now you may have noticed, but the whole crypto industry is kind of in shambles. Because there was a big controversy that just happened with a guy named Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam was seen as the white knight of the crypto industry.
He's often in
Who was worth about $16 billion. Just a month or two ago, his company was valued at $32 billion. His company's called FTX. I believe they ran Super Bowl ads.
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto. Yeah, I don't think so.
But anyway, Sam, it turns out, wasn't doing as well as everybody thought he was. His situation was good, but very risky. There was a lot of leverage that he took on. Also, he was allegedly investing heavily with
we're going to make it about one man,
which is an absolute no-no. There was a lack of transparency, and now the company's gone. So Sam Bankman-Fried, I don't think he's necessarily a bad guy, but he may be in big trouble. He's probably going to get sued.
He done stole billions of dollars.
End up going to jail, and also he's created a tremendous amount of instability in the crypto space that isn't going away anytime soon. What am I doing? I'm still buying crypto because I'm a believer in the long-term viability of crypto, and I happen to believe also that when the regulation comes in, it's actually going to be better for the industry.
Can we talk? Can I talk about it? Can I really talk about it with y'all? He got the classes, $500. He got to hold that up. That's how the mortgage get paid. I just want to be clear with you what's going on. Because some people think that this is about cycles when this is about collapse. You better know the difference between a cycle and a collapse. He just told us. Hold on, I'm going to get more specific. Binance chief Zhao warns of cascading crypto crisis. So you got Boyce saying he's going to buy some more and holding on to the long haul. And it's one man. You got the head of the main trading agency saying that it's a cascading crypto crisis. When are we going to ask? How much finance do you understand? When are we going to ask? Can you stop singing if you can't sing about this finance? Let's read about this article. This is the same article again where the Binance chief warns of the cascading crypto crisis. I want to read a little bit to you. The $1 trillion digital asset market faces a crisis akin to the 2008 financial crash, according to Binance chief Zhao, who warned more companies might fail in the coming weeks following the troubles at FTX. So while more companies are absolutely failing, you had a caller and a young lady earlier talking about we need to get in while it's low. How we know where to get in? Talk about it. She gonna repay you if you pick the wrong one? She don't know. We don't know. That is the consequence of your lineage. You are unprotected. You a turtle with no shell. You a snail without that cover, just as slow, thinking that you fast. You just faster than the other snails. Do you understand they built you to be stepped on? That's the sound. Zhao, founder of the world's biggest, digital asset exchange, said the full impact of the meltdown of rival crypto exchange FTX has yet to be felt. Speaking at a conference in Indonesia, he said the global financial crisis was probably an accurate analogy to this week's events. With FTX going down, we will see cascading effects, Zhao said, especially for those close to the FTX ecosystem. They will be negatively affected. Come on, let's read the rest of this. The comments come as crypto traders fear further waves of contagion after a bid by Zhao to buy out FTX earlier this week. He was trying to buy that because he was trying to save it, to save the lure of the whole market, because he needed to exist. But he got there and he realized all these motherfuckers committing fraud. But she want to invest. Don't tell my man, keep your 3,000 in there. No, buy the Shingle Dingle coin. Buy the Louberry coin. Elon tweeting about the Midi Mat coin. Come on. Leaving one of the most prominent cryptocurrency exchanges teetering on the brink of collapse. It's collapsed now, it's bankrupt. Its failure would also deal a blow to blue chip investors that has scooped up equity in this group, including venture capital company Sequoia and Japan SoftBank. Let's talk about what everybody was doing. You got Boyce on the lower end selling the classes. You got Steph Curry. We'll get to him in a second. And what he's doing, let's get to it. Let's come back to it. Is he going to be the brand ambassador? So get a piece of the company. I don't know, some shares, 5%, whatever they give him. So he don't have to invest his money. It's your money on the risk. But he just be the brand ambassador. When it go wrong, he ain't got to hold nothing on the bag. So nobody hold him accountable. You got Tom Brady doing something similar for a piece of the company, so he can be the brand ambassador. And all of the risk go to my man, Jake D. Jake D, who it takes 5 years to save $10,000, carries all the risk for Steph Curry, for Brady. How long we going to watch these games if this is what these people are about? But I told you that's what they're about, because they ain't nothing but the decadent veil. Can we see it? Can everybody see it now? Can I talk to you? Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency, has shed 17% over the last 5 days, touching a 2-year low in the midst of the tumultuous negotiations. Let's go back. Let's go. Let's keep going. If you think the collapse of FTX is an isolated event, you are wrong. FTX crisis will spark a domino effect. The repercussions of their downfall are going to be devastating for the crypto markets. The elephant in the room is Tether. I don't know nothing about no Tether. I don't know nothing about FTX. What I do know is that Boyce Watkins was at that reparations rally. So you got a guy who days after the reparations rally led to black folks losing their bread because they believed in him and invested in this because he told them that this was a sound investment when it was clear that it was unregulated and didn't make no sense. How about we talk about that at the rally? I need you to understand their feelings getting hurt. Weezy Jefferson, ain't my fault. It is depressing when you find out. Just at least $1 billion of customer funds have vanished from the collapsed crypto exchange FTX. Weezy said it's depressing. I bet it is for somebody that can't eat tonight because they believed in this stuff. Your little card ain't working. Your little card you swipe ain't swiping. To reduce further cascading negative effects of FTX, Binance is forming an industry recovery fund. I bet you are. Because all of this can disappear overnight. Ain't no tires, ain't no glass. Ain't no oil, ain't no potatoes. Ain't no beans, ain't no bananas. Ain't no guns, ain't no bullets. All we have is air. Boy's got them classes, though. $500 a piece. Aaron Levy said, what if, and I'm just spitballing here, the issue with FTX was the normalization of trading fake assets that anyone can invent out of thin air with no regulation and that have no underlying value. Nope, that can't be it. We gonna buy at the low, she said. Crypto lender BlockFi says it has significant exposure to FTX, another lender. I want to talk today. Inside the epic crypto collapse of FTX and how it hurts Tom Brady, Steph Curry, and Joe Biden. Kramer, he get a lot of stuff wrong. He said Theranos lady was the next Steve Jobs. He praised this guy that lost this $16 billion. But what he did get right is Kramer advised investors to cash out on crypto. It's like on the wall now. The writing's on the wall to get your money out. But the young lady said she gonna buy low because she knows where it's at and she knows she an investor and she's smart, so she gonna buy low. More than $380 million in crypto has left bankrupt crypto company FTX's wallets in the last few hours, with little clear explanation as to why, per CoinDesk. Many FTX wallet holders are also reporting they are seeing $0 balances. Imagine going to your bank account that had $22,000 and you ain't even moved the money and it's zero today. Your babies can't eat, your rent can't get paid, you're going to lose your house, but we are, all right. You got the NBA having a stadium named after this. Not you got the crypto arena here in LA, but you got the FTX arena. They already changing the top of the arena. They scratch it, like they just erase it off. They don't have to be held accountable for branding this as a legitimate company, and for the consequences of them allowing this company that had this much. I think they said it had $1 billion in assets and $9 billion in liabilities on the books. You can't, they don't be transparent, so you can go like a stock and see the numbers. That's what you was investing in. The fantastical view from my condo in Miami, they seem to be dismantling the sign on the FTX arena. FTX bankruptcy shows the company had 134 affiliates spread across the globe and may have liabilities of up to $50 billion. Enron had liabilities of $23 billion. FTX may be worse than Enron. So we got a finance guru telling us to get involved with this hot mess, telling us that he's going to buy some more. Go buy my class today on how to get some more and get in low. You got Jay-Z. He got a Bitcoin Academy in New York, in Marcy. Everyone that sold poor Adolf's Black Americans on the empowerment porn Bitcoin Ponzi scheme need to own the con. Bitcoin School met with skepticism in his former housing project. I don't have money to be losing. This is how they was dropping off the pamphlets. This is how Jay-Z's Bitcoin Academy is being distributed in Marcy, just throwing it in the lobby. Financial literacy. The 12-week Bitcoin Academy course will be taught by Lamar Wilson, who runs the website Black Bitcoin Billionaire. And Naja J. Roberts, founder and CEO of Brick and Mortar Crypto School in California, called, and I'll have the rest. The simple goal is to provide people tools to build independence for themselves and then the communities around them, Carter tweeted, following the course at Marcy, hopefully the first of many. Oh my God. The Academy plans to grant students a small amount of Bitcoin worth $20. Then after that, they probably try to sell you on classes, I wouldn't doubt. We got Boyce, crypto disaster. He trying to play both sides of the coin. He should be coming on doing a video apologizing to everybody. But instead of apologizing, he scapegoats one man, tells you to buy some more because I'm buying some more. But I ain't telling you to buy some more. I'm just telling you I'm buying some more. You remember when he did that with Jay Morrison? You remember that? Let's go. You remember when Boyce said that he was investing in Jay Morrison with the $500? How many of y'all in the chat invested in Jay Morrison? Because Boyce said he invested in Jay Morrison. So he telling us that he invested in crypto. So we're going to invest in crypto. Can we talk? Can we talk about it? Woo-wee. U.S. economist Peter Schiff said this is not a crypto winter. This is a crypto extinction. So buying low and all that, we ADOS. We don't have enough information to buy low because low means that we think we buying into a bankruptcy. If you're interested, this is Boyce's tweet. What year is this? Let me see if I got the year. Oh, this is November 21. If you're interested in crypto, Forex, equity, crowdfunding, or commodities, our next level investing alternative package is 76% for 24 hours. You can lock it in here. My crypto investing masterclass starts tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to join us at Crypto Investing Masterclass. There's a ton of material there for you already. Let's go back. Let's go back. We know that he was charging $4.99 for these classes. This is directly from the website, the Dr. Boyce Watkins Crypto Investing Masterclass. Woo-wee! It's a lot of $4.99s. Huh. I bet you that wasn't in no FTX. That's in that Chase. He got that over at that Wells Fargo. But this ain't that far off from this Powerball. Powerball is a $1.9 billion and visiting the South. I went there and visited the South, y'all know, Kentucky and Atlanta. You realize why many ADOS blacks avoid black politics. They largely believe in fantastical outcomes as solution. The woman at the end that bought $70, I put a video up, she bought $70 worth of these tickets, says her family will hide out. So you're going to win, and your greatest vision of what you can do when you get billions of dollars is not transform Black America or America at large. It's go hide out with some family. Huh. Ain't that dreaming in nightmares? You basically dreaming black and green. You ain't got no red, white, and blue in your dreams. Jesus. Can we talk? Everybody out here, we having a discussion. We got to make it clear because this ain't nothing but Powerball. What the lottery reveals about the American dream. This week, the Powerball topped $2 billion, making it the biggest jackpot ever. Historian Jonathan D. Cohen examines our enduring obsession with the lottery and unpacks the industry's most troubling problems. But once you get down into who plays it frequently, we're talking about a group that's disproportionately lower income, disproportionately non-white, and disproportionately less educated. It's typically not the very, very poor who are playing, but sort of one quintile up or one step up from that. Folks who have the disposable income to spend on lottery tickets, but maybe don't see opportunities. Ain't that what the man said earlier? Jake D. But don't see opportunities elsewhere to get ahead. And that's why they sort of turn to hope and turn to a chance as their best way instead. Where does the money go when you buy a lottery ticket? I know a lot of y'all don't know. You need to know. It varies state by state. So I'll just give some sort of general averages. Roughly 60% is going to the prize. 20 to 30% is going to go to whatever the state has designated. I ain't never seen nothing like what I've seen in Atlanta. They run the whole special on the lottery itself. Then afterwards, they run a special on the schools and the HBCUs, and that's how it's going to pay for it. That's a tax. That ain't nothing more than a tax. I already paid sales tax, and I paid property tax, and I paid income tax. So why am I going to give you $1 worth of tax again? You can't get all that stuff out of the taxes I already paid? Huh. The state is designated for beneficiary for the lottery. And then around 10% of the lottery, 10%, you know how high that is? Not 1, not 2%, not 0.1%. 10% goes to administration. And that includes all the advertising, and 5% is going to go to the retailers that sell the tickets. Everybody making, they guarantee money. The retailers, that's Boyce roll with the classes. So you're just paying an additional tax playing the lotto. It's wild. You all do this regularly as a source of empowerment porn. So you walk in the stores and freely give money for a voluntary tax you paid already with sales and income tax. In addition, a crazy 10% goes to the administration. Can we talk? Can we talk? We here talking about this crypto, talking about this collapse, talking about this man who done stole all this money, talking about people like who? A young Jake D. Thank you so much, Jake, for calling in, because so many people don't allow us. And who is Jake? Jake D is this man. It took me like 5 years to save that 10K. He lost 7,000 of that 10, and I told him get his money out. He called us in today and said that he got his money out. So he done lost 7,000. This is depressing, even though I lost 70%. I need you to understand. You need to join the ADOS Foundation and start pushing to put that hope and dreams into something real. Now, it might not come to fruition for you. It might come to fruition for your children, but this ain't it. And we got to start putting away all the toys. All the people that's telling us about crypto disasters, they're showing up to reparations rallies. We got to start asking the question, where do we go next? Where do we go next? I wanted to have a brief show and just come and talk about this thing, talk about this crypto scam, give a timeline, give a context for this thing in a show setup. I hope I did that for you today, because this is a sad, sad thing going on, not just for ADOS people, not just for black folks, but for a lot of Americans that are one quintile up from the poorest poor. Those ones that go to work every day, but have $1 to give to the lotto, or $10 to give to a crypto coin, or $500 to give to a Boyce. At least they think they do, because they really don't. This is Tone Talks. Please go to tonetalks.org, subscribe or donate. Share this video. We need to have this discussion in a way that nobody else is. Thank you.